Byron, Tom usually doesn't have to talk about his running much, but lately he's done a little bit more of it. We saw the clip after the sneak, DA comes by, and we were there, and he says, hey, no more hits, man. Hand it off. He's good at it when he sneaks, but who decides that? Like, is that sort of an on the goal line situation?
That was decided as soon as the snap got in his hand, and he did it. It was done right there, and he's doing the right play, but we that's it. Just like B.A. said, that's enough of that.
Especially this time of year, I'm sure.
Byron, obviously Chris is having just an incredible last 2 weeks, but overall this season, he's on pace for a career year. Just talk about just how complete of a receiver he is and his blocking as well.
I think Chris has had a great 3 years since we've been here. He's as complete as a player can be at a single position, right? He is good as they come. Whatever we ask him to do, he's able to do it. Like I tell you guys all the time, I'm putting him on linebackers. I'm having him block. I'm giving him responsibilities that you normally wouldn't give wide receivers, and he's always to the challenge. The biggest thing from a coach, you can trust him. You can trust that he'll do the right thing in whatever moment, if you're prepared for it or not, because sometimes things just happen on the grass. And he's always been capable and smart enough to make the right play at all times. So, it's priceless to have a player like that, what we ask him to do week in and week out. He's a special guy.
What's it like seeing him grow the way he has the last 2 years? Because I remember 2 years ago when you guys had a lot of injuries at the position, and you did last year too. He talked about, that in that moment where he kind of got more opportunities, he had some drops and things like that. He even had that kind of late in the season last year, but now it seems like he's getting better as the season goes on.
Well, I knew the opportunities would be there when we first got here and I cut on the tape, because, you had a good idea of what he'll be able to do, and I didn't realize, I stood next to him and realized how big he was. I was like, wow, he's really this big. He don't look that big on tape. But when you see him in person, he's bigger than people expect. He's faster than people expect. He catches everything. He's just a unique guy from that position to have that much discipline and just allow us to do a lot of the different things that we do with him, because his ability to react and have the smarts to do what he need to do to win down in and down out.
How does his steadiness and his sure-handedness kind of compare to some of the other guys that you've played or that you've coached?
I don't really like to compare guys. I let you guys do that. I just think he's a heck of a football player. He's as good as they come. Very few people on the planet can really do what he do week in and week out. That says enough right there.
Does that blocking open up his game for receptions?
It opens up lanes for the running backs. I know that. I know they're appreciative of it. But we preach, in order for those guys, when you play wide receiver, to get the ball, right, you need 5 offensive linemen, 6 guys blocking, somebody got to throw it. So when we're running it, I stress to them how important it is for them as wide receivers to get connected to guys to get their job done also, because you can't do one without the other. Just like we can't throw it to them without guys blocking. You can't really run the ball unless your skill guys are blocking also.
On the final play of the overtime game, that mesh route, when Tom sees that lane, right, where you see everything, how many quarterbacks can spot that?
It's not that what I take from the play is how good a job the offensive line did on that play, right? We got ETs all over the way. We got a funky blitz, and we picked it up. And you see all 6 guys working with Leonard. That's the most impressive thing of it all, right? They gave Tom that much time to see BP going through the back door. So it's not that he got back there. It's that the line, everyone gave him the ability and allowed them to get back there to let the full play work itself out. So, he was the 5th option. He popped. And just like everybody else, when he got the ball, we all just screaming, run. Just run.
Was the pressure, or was that the difference in that one versus, say, like the last play against the Saints in Week 8, where it was kind of I know you guys did a mesh concept. It wasn't the exact same play, but, I remember Tom was getting pressured heavily from Quan Alexander on his left side. And he had to and that was a pass attempt to Chris, and it was kind of a hurried throw, it seemed like.
Conceptually, almost completely different, but I get what you're saying. Anytime there is pressure that didn't allow him to be able to hold the ball and get to the guy. But, Tom, Tom is Tom. You know, Tom is Tom. We're lucky and fortunate to have him as our quarterback.
Byron, when you look at the last couple times you guys have played the Saints, right, turnovers always end up being a huge part of the outcome of those games. Why have they been, you look at the film and figure out why have they been able to come up with so many of those against you guys, or do you think it was more on your end, just maybe not executing the way you
I think they're a good defense, so all good defenses find ways to create them. I think some of them we gave to them, but I think they have created some, and I think that's what good football teams do and good defenses do. Obviously, they're a good defense. We just got to do a better job of protecting the ball. It has really – we respect what they do. We got a lot of respect on how they play, but protecting the football is really on us. We just got to do a better job of that, and we're working on it this week.
Okay, anything else?
Yes, thank you.
Don't want to answer that one, right?